Namaskar, my name is Neetu Yadav. Welcome again to Vakilsearch video series on FEMA and RBI related compliances. Today my video will be on Overseas Direct Investment Compliances and the form will be ODI Part 1 and Part 2. ODI stands for Overseas Direct Investment. ODI has to be processed through authorized dealer bank which is registered under RBI. All the transactions related to the same joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary company has to be processed via same authorized dealer bank. Now let's understand what do we mean by joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary company. Joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary company means a foreign entity formed, registered or incorporated in accordance with the laws and regulations of the host country in which the Indian party or the resident Indian makes a direct investment. A foreign entity is termed as joint venture of the Indian party or the resident Indian when there are foreign promoters holding the stake along with the Indian party. In case of wholly owned subsidiary, entire capital is held by one or more Indian party or resident Indian. The ODI can be made via two routes. One is automatic route, the other one is approval route. Let's understand the procedure under automatic route. Under automatic route, the Indian party or the resident individual doesn't need to take any prior approval from the Reserve Bank of India. The application will be filed in physical form to the authorized dealer bank. Let's see the following steps has to be taken to proceed with the ODI application. So first is file form ODI Part 1 through authorized dealer bank having the following details. The detail of Indian party, resident individual, capital structure and other details of joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary company, details of transaction, remittance, financial commitment of Indian party or the resident individual, declaration by the Indian party or the resident individual, and certificate by the statutory auditors of the Indian party. And along with that, Form 2 has to be filed along with ODI Part 1 form. I want to highlight few very important points here which you need to take care while filing Form ODI 1. There are certain attachments that you need to be very much conscious when you are filing form. First is certification from statutory auditor is not required in case of resident individual. Second, the valuation report is not required in case of ODI in new joint venture or wholly owned subsidiary company. However, AD banker may ask you for valuation report of subsequent investment or investment in existing foreign entity. A unique identification number will be generated for particular joint venture and wholly owned subsidiary company, and the same shall be used for the further remittance and investment. In case of investment value is more than prescribed limit, the valuation is to be required by a Category 1 merchant banker registered with SEBI or registered valuer or merchant banker registered under appropriate authority under host country. In other cases, the valuation to be done by a chartered accountant or a certified public accountant. Now let's understand the procedure under approval route. The applicant will approach the AD banker along with the proposal and the supporting documents. The AD banker will do the review and along with the recommendation from their end, they will send the application and the proposal to the RBI for their approval. To get the approval on the proposal, the AD banker has to file some more supporting documents along with Section D and Section E of the ODI Part 1 form. The documents like letter from AD banker mentioning the transaction number, transaction details, details of Indian entity, overseas entity, reasons for seeking the approval, observation of designated AD banker with respect of the transaction, viability of joint venture wholly owned subsidiary company situated outside India, benefits which will accrue to India out of this overseas investment, all that has to be submitted. Letter by Indian party addressed to designated AD banker has to be submitted. Board resolution authorizing the proposed investment abroad has to be submitted. Diagrammatic representation of organizational structure of the Indian entity indicating all the subsidiaries of the Indian party horizontally and vertically has to be submitted. Incorporation certificate of overseas entity, valuation certificate for the overseas entity and other relevant documents if required. Now let's talk about the post-ODI compliances. After the ODI compliances are done and all the formalities are done, the Indian party has to make two annual returns. Number 1, FLA return. FLA stands for Foreign Assets and Liabilities. The return has to be filed on or before 15 July of every year for the preceding year. Number 2 is APR that has to be filed in Form ODI Part 2 It is an annual performance report and has to be filed on or before 31st December for the previous year. I hope you liked the video. I'll come back with my next video very soon. To get the latest updates, please subscribe our channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.